Work, 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 work. I'm a working guy. Work, work, work. Fish baked presents Barachichi. Hello, Krista. Okay. Oh, Laramie. Yeah, Lasai. What chord? What chord? Jolene, yes, that was a very nice birthday card. Thank you very much. I did get it. Thank you very much to Jason Eatman for the $10 gift. By the way, this is the last day. Last day. We're probably going to get there, or we're getting very close to our goal. Our last day for the Second Harvest Food Bank fundraiser. You guys did great. We did great. The goal was 5,000, and we're at 4,500, I think. So whether or not we get all the way there, I'm very happy with how things have gone. With today, everything that you guys gift today through Super Chat is going to the Second Harvest Food Bank. Thank you very much, Krista. Kelly, thank you. Okay, so where were we? So today, topics. There are some news items that we can talk about today. We could talk about Paris. We can talk about Paris. We can talk about the layoffs at Walt Disney World, the entertainment layoffs. We can talk about the reopening again of Buena Vista Street, and whether or not that's going to continue on over to Disneyland. Disney Queen, Christmas decorations up in World of Disney inside the store, but not in downtown Disney. Can you confirm? Inside the store. Okay. Well, that's okay. So that's to be expected. They're going to decorate inside. Is downtown Disney that I'm watching. Justin Garland. Okay. All right. So let's talk about. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't have any good. I don't have any good news, I'm afraid, other than Buena Vista Street, which we talked about last Monday. Yeah, Laramie, not all entertainment is canceled. The Frozen sing-along, which doesn't have a big cast though, right? That's an intense tumbler, yeah. This is my golfing tumbler. I use this. I drink like 2 of these when I go golfing in the desert. The Disneyland laundry staff? What is that? That's a very specific group to. Well, I guess they should have one, but I mean that one kind of makes sense, I guess, because there's nobody wearing uniforms, right? Luis Robles, David, in your opinion, how long before Disney decides to open all of DCA for shopping and dining? Couple months, maybe. I'm just following the Knott's model. But, I could have this completely wrong. I really could. Because Disney's doing it different than Knott's did. So I could have this completely wrong. I'm basing this solely off of what I've seen at Knott's and the idea that once Disney gets a taste of, earning money again in the parks, that they're going to want to do more of it. If some is good, more is better, is the philosophy of most corporations, profit-minded corporations, not just Disney, but any business. Justin Wyatt says, I think Disneyland will put more effort in decorating now for the holidays now that they know they will be closed. I sure hope so, but I don't know. There's no reason to be sure of that or to think that, I guess, right? I mean, TASG Vlogs and More says, many people think reopening Buena Vista Street is a food and wine festival, while it's not. No, it's not at all. It's not any kind of festival. It's just go shop and buy some food. That's it. That is it. But that's good for me. I'm good with that. Is Orange County still in red? Yes, we are. We are still in red. Not even close to orange right now. Luis Robles, what do you and everyone else think would be a reasonable price of entry for DCA with shopping and dining only? It would have to be the whole park. $25. 25. Yeah, we're closer to purple than we are to orange, I think, now. It's getting worse. That's the weird part, is that I think it's getting worse. You know what? I'm going to check my stats. Where do I go? I don't, you know what? I don't know where to go for those. It won't be 50 because that's what they're charging at Knott's. Well, they're charging only 40 at Knott's for the whole park, and you get your food paid for. So while it's not I mean, certainly Knott's and Disney aren't in the same ballpark as far as what you can see and enjoy, I still don't see that as a very good price line. Just to be able to open the doors, you can't just charge just to open the doors and let people walk around a lot. You can charge some, but not a lot. And I think 25 is a fair price. And because the 25 doesn't get you anything. All the 25 is getting you is in the door. And you're still paying for everything that you do inside. Whereas at Knott's, $40 gets you in the door, but you get a whole night's worth of food. So I think that it would be less than the Knott's price line, but not so cheap that it's inconsequential. I would pay $25, I think, like once a week. You know? Okay, so where do I go to see stats for county stats with regard to, like, you know, their positive tests per 100,000 kind of thing? I don't even, because I look at a different website for different stats, and I haven't really looked that up.
That's too loud.
The price of having a show in a garage. ca.gov. What did I see there? ca.gov.covid-19. Okay. Sorry if I ignore you. County map. Enter county. Orange. Now, will this give me, I wonder, like a historical? Orange County. We are at a 3.2% positivity rate and 5.1 new COVID cases. Oh, God, yeah, it is going up. Jeez Louise. You have to be at 4, right? Oh, no, orange is 5. I thought it was 4. Wait. Did they change this? Guys, I'm seeing... Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong metric. Yeah, under 4. So we were at 3.6 at one point. And then it went up to 4.2. And now we're at 5. Do I have that right? Guys? We're at 5 now. 5.1 new COVID-19 cases per day. Wow. It's getting worse in Orange County. Not getting better, it's getting worse. We're at 5 now. I don't even know how to feel about that. Do you think they'll have to open the Mickey and Friends parking? They might. I don't know. I got to go back. I missed some super chats. There's Jason. Jason, I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Where are they? Okay, we got a $5 gift from Steve Uccello. Thank you very much. And a $5 gift from Nathan M6911 who says, Disney needs to act fast. I wouldn't be surprised if we are shut down again before the end of the year. Disneyland Paris just shut down for 30 days. Disneyland Paris, though, somebody posted this on Twitter, but I don't know how accurate it is. If Orange County is at 5, I think they said Orange County in Florida was at 15 new cases per 100,000. By comparison, Paris is at 50 cases, new cases per 100,000. So we're not the same league at this moment as Paris. I think this is what happens when you let your guard down. This is what happens when you don't take it seriously, is my guess. I don't know what should be based on hospital. You know what? Who knows? I don't know what. I'm not a. Are you? Who among us are scientists and experts on COVID-19? Raise your hand if you consider yourself to be an expert. I'm so over people think, like, we don't know. We don't know anything. Natalie Vasquez. I studied disease control for a few months. I get what you're saying, Romani, but I at some point you have to put some faith in somebody, Nathan M6911 gets us with $10. He says, not me. Well, anyway, I do feel like this is, if it's not taken seriously, if you let your guard down, if you don't keep at it, it's going to take over. It's going to win. Disney Adventure Vlogs. Even yesterday when I saw the news about the Dodgers fan celebration, it was a lot of people. Some people weren't wearing masks. No, of course not. Because people live under the idea that it's not going to happen to me. And it never does until it does. Yeah. You guys can hear Sophia back there. I don't know what happened. Yeah, a player tested positive. We could talk about that for a second. Justin Turner tested positive in the middle of the game. They pulled him out of the game, but then he went out and partied on the field with the rest of the team. It's pretty awful. I don't know what kind of jackass you have to be. What kind of inconsiderate person you have to be to say F all that. I'm still going out there and hanging out with you guys. I don't care about your health. I've got COVID, but I don't care. Nathan M6911 gives us $10. Says they weren't wearing masks at the Dodger celebration and were using fireworks while 2 fires are ongoing in Southern California. Yeah. Again, another example of people just not caring. We got a shortage of that. The lack of empathy is astounding sometimes. Like, I don't even know how to process that, man. I really don't. It's just, without going on a total freaking rant and getting off track. People who know they have COVID going out and mingling, people who know that people are under severe pressure and danger because of forest fires or wildfires, lighting off fireworks in a very dry, windy climate. You're an asshole, okay? You are not a good person if you're doing those things. If you're doing those things, you are not a good person. And I guess that doesn't matter to you. That's what a sociopath, that's the definition of a sociopath, I guess, is, you know. Nathan M6911 gets $10. He says, empathy would fix all of this, but people are very selfish these days. You know what? They're selfish all the time, man. I just feel like empathy sometimes is just such a rare quality. Maybe, I don't know if it's different in California, or if it's like this where you live, or if it's different in the United States versus other countries. But then again, if other countries are experiencing mass increases, Germany's on a new lockdown. I heard, didn't I hear that England also is going to lock down again? Maybe. So it's not just an American thing, because Gordon Farmer, yes. Yeah. The reason for that is not being mindful and caring about your fellow man. That's all there is to it. The disease gets spread more quickly. It gets transferred more quickly because people aren't caring for their fellow man. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. And I'm out of water. Danny Frisbee, my county has 636,000 people, and we have almost 300 new cases a day. The mask compliance here is horrible. Where are you at, Danny? If you don't mind sharing. Paris on lockdown Friday. John Galvin, it's normal human behavior. We don't like to be put in cages and don't like being told what to do every day. This is not specific to any country. Look around. Everybody's in the same boat. Oh. Okay. You know what? I don't want to be put in a cage either. Or I don't like to be told what to do every day either. But I can choose on my own to wear a mask. It's not about being told. I don't wear a mask because you tell me to wear a mask. I wear a mask because I give a shit about you. That's why I wear a mask. I wear a mask not because I'm being told to. It's because I care. That's what I'm talking about. So say what you want about, living and not wanting to, wanting to have your freedoms, whatever. It's not about freedoms being taken from you. It's about you wanting something better for you and everybody else. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, did I miss a gift? I think I did. Mia Sophia says, I hope OC can learn from San Francisco's success before it's too late to turn things around. Well, what exactly did they do other than do what they're supposed to do? They don't have a huge great plan. So they're not doing anything ultra scientific that everybody's like, oh my God, head explode. San Francisco, what possible new thing have you discovered to help reduce the rates? The answer is simple. They did the right thing. That's all. Sorry, yes, I am on a bit of a COVID rant because things just aren't getting better. They just aren't. I see a guy like Justin Turner, who people look up to. My wife, big Justin Turner fan. I have to tell her what he did. I haven't told her yet. Justin Turner. I mean, it's a microcosm of the attitude towards things. You know? Okay, so who's Justin Turner? Justin Turner is a baseball player for the LA Dodgers. They just won the World Series last night. And in the middle of the game, Justin Turner was pulled from the game because he had been found to have tested positive. So they took him out of the game, but after they won the game and they had a huge party out in the field because the Dodgers won the World Series, very, very exciting, he went out into the field and hung out with everybody, knowing he was COVID positive. And the weird thing is that his teammates knew too, I think. Yeah, in the 8th inning. And what's curious is that they were supposed to be in a bubble. I need water. He didn't. No, there's photos, there's images of him sitting right next to guys, laying on the grass, chill as hell, hanging out with a bunch of other baseball players. Okay, I missed a couple. Hang on. Jenny gifted $2. You are good people, David. Thank you very much, Jenny. I appreciate that. And David Doyle gifted 10. Let's be kind to each other. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Pretend that the other person is you. Pretend the other person that you're about to do something terrible to is you. And what that might feel like. Nathan M6911 gets to $10. Study out of Europe this week showed that the antibodies decrease after 90 days, meaning people can get it again after 3 months. I have heard this exact thing. I have anecdotal evidence to suggest that I know a guy who, I know a guy who gives blood regularly. And when you give blood, you get tested. And so one time he went through and he got his blood tested, or he gave blood, he got tested, he found out he was positive. And then subsequent trips back to give blood, the test kept coming back positive for antibodies. Positive, 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 positive. And then he got negative. So now he no longer has antibodies in his system, which is bad for him because now the antibodies help defend you. And it's been about 90 days. Oh, hey, there's Missy. Wait, where are you at? I missed your... So sorry I had to postpone my visit this morning because of this dumb air quad. No problem at all. You guys, hey, you're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime, Missy. No, he's got just the one, just his last test was the one that was negative. Hang on. Even though I moved offices, the office moved with me. We got $10 gift from Michael Baumert. Hi, David. Happy belated birthday. Thank you very much, Michael. I missed the last live stream to give this to you. It's not for a churro this time. Get yourself something for your birthday. I'm getting myself food for people who need it because these gifts today are going towards the Second Harvest Food Bank food drive that we're doing. You guys notice my Atari? Do you guys see this? This was gifted to us. A friend sent this to me. She's very kind. We're going to be playing this very soon. But we were talking about this on our Thursday night live stream. And no sooner did we do that, did I get a 2600. I haven't even opened it yet. But look at the games. Oh my God, there's so many games. On the cover, it just shows Space Invaders, Centipede, Pitfall, River Raid, Kaboom, Frogger, and Millipede. Those are all great games. But there's all of these too. I mean, goodness. Did you guys ever play baseball on Atari 2600? Breakout. Oh, I loved Breakout. Basketball. Oh my God, there's Asteroids. The Asteroids game on the Atari 2600 was terrible. Anyway, I don't want to get into that because it's a Disney live stream. What cord, you guys? I don't even know what you're talking about. Somebody said cord. I saw some comments in the other video about a cord. I don't even know what you're talking about. No, man. Ain't no cord. Steven Cello gets us with $5. Hi, David. Emailed you a song I wrote using your speech from This Too Shall Pass video as lyrics. Hope you can listen and feel some positivity coming back. I'll check that out, Steve. You sent me. It was via email. I'm really bad at keeping up with emails. $20 from Evan Layton just because. No, there's a reason, because Evan Layton he cares about other people. That's why. I'm trying not to swear. You guys know I swear a lot. Walt loved chords and Atari. He did. I finally got around to watching Defunctland's video on Epcot, the recent one. Man, that's a good video. That's a really good video. It made me change my thinking about Epcot in a lot of ways. Just about, in terms of experiencing Epcot as a missed opportunity as opposed to what it is today, or what it was anyway. It made me change. I changed my mind. It changed my mind. That Epcot video. It changed how I feel about Epcot. Go check it out. Defunctland, if you haven't already. I'm sure you guys do. Defunctland's very popular. Nathan M6911 gets a $10. The Atari Challenge. Once you beat all 120 games, Disneyland will reopen unless they have ET. You can skip that game. It's not possible to beat. Not only that, but some games, Nathan, aren't beatable. They're high score only. So there's no end to most of the games on. Back in the day, hey, did you guys know this? Did you guys know that back in the day, in the olden days, video games couldn't be beat. They were just who could get the highest score. They don't do that anymore. There's no more high score games. Why is that? Everything is a mission now. Mickey Kiger gets $5. Random question. Do you have recommendations for books that would have rare photos of Walt Disney? I'm recreating a photo set in Carthay Circle. Well, I don't know. I've got books. I don't know if they're anything different, or, you know what? The book I bought recently that had a lot of photos in it that I was not expecting was Eat Like Walt. But these were all in the parks. They weren't at Carthay Circle, or the Carthay Theater, I mean. So I'm not sure if that would really get where you're trying to go. There's so many funny comments here. I can't even get into this. The Disney Parks poster book, I have that too. But I don't have it here. No, I don't. I thought I had it behind me, but I don't. Any news on the opening date of DC? I want to travel from Arizona. DC? You mean DCA? Buena Vista Street? No. But I'm guessing, I'm going to guess beginning of the second week of November is my guess.
You have water?
No, I'm out of water. Why is that? Did you hear me?
Yeah, no, Larry made time. Shh, wait, sleep.
Sorry. Thanks, Laramie. My wife came to my rescue.
fireplace. She
Yeah.
thought it was a place.
Oh no. She headbutted the fireplace? Oh no, that's terrible. Poor thing. Okay, let's see, who did I miss? Emily Ann, weird question. Because I live in Utah, is your garage comfortable temp-wise? I'm sitting here thinking about how awful mine would be. Well, I'm kind of a weirdo. I'm like a lizard. I can deal with hot temperatures pretty well. So, well, good Laramie, by the way, Carrie Ann. People are saying good wifey, but good Laramie, because he texted my wife and or asked her to get me some water. Yeah, I don't know if other people are like me, but I can tolerate extreme temperatures pretty well. I don't like to be cold so much, or as much as I don't mind being hot, but I can just bundle up if I need to. Long story short, no, it's no big deal for me. Now, when you say freezing come winter, freezing in California is 60 degrees. Ask my wife.
Yeah, I was cold yesterday.
We went out yesterday, it was 60 degrees out. She wanted to go back inside. This water, thanks to Laramie. Okay, where was I? Okay, so let's talk about Paris then. They're shutting down Paris. Well, they're shutting down the whole. Is it the state? Is the whole state going on lockdown, or is it just Paris? Yeah, I got my ticket already for Friday. All of Europe? Is that right, Evan? The whole country. How big is France? Or how big is France in relation to United States? Like Texas? French. Yeah, France and Germany, and I think the UK also. 50,000 cases in 24 hours? Is that right? Population-wise, it's like California plus Florida. Okay. Oops, sorry. All right, because that shocked me that it would be a whole country. But then I remember that the United States is a huge country. I mean, all of our states are practically countries, like Rachel said. 65 million people, so that's like 2 states worth. Okay. So I can see them doing it for the whole country then. I think that France shutting down and Disneyland Paris shutting down again should give people pause. It should, because I think that we were approaching a level of complacency with regard to, it's no big deal. It's nothing. But it should be remembered that, because if people want to make it a political issue here in California or in the United States, the COVID response, neither the Democrats or the Republicans run France. Newsom is not in charge of France. So you can't make it about what one party is doing. That's a whole other country doing a whole other thing, but it has nothing to do with California or U.S. politics. I always say this to just give, like I said, to give people pause and to try to remember that these are things that's still happening. It's out there. It's still happening. Right? I mean, it has to be, because these are areas that are not in control. There's no conspiracy theory to attribute to France wanting to shut down their whole country. Anyway. Okay. You know, John, that's a good point. John Galvin says, not many are saying it's nothing, but some of us who had COVID, like John does, or had, are saying it's not the end of the world, and lockdowns don't seem to help much. I'll give you that. I don't know. If other countries are like us or not, but boy, do we not. We can't. They don't like being shut down, man. They really don't. You know, we were locked down, and then we're still where we are today, right? Although, I mean, I guess the stats are better than they would be. I'm none of those, David. Or Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. I'm none of those. I am just whatever. I react and consume and think about things independently of each other. I don't have a single point of view for all things. I don't pledge allegiance to any one thing. I guess I take a thing and I evaluate it, and then that is. It has nothing to do with anything else. I'm a pragmatist. Is that what that is? Is that what I'm saying, Evan? I'm a pragmatist. Is that can there be the pragmatist party? That's the party I want to be in. I want to be in the pragmatist party. I want to talk about something else. Can we talk about something else? Jesse, please. Can't we? Guys, give me something else. Can we talk about anything Disney? Churros. You can buy a churro at Buena Vista Street in about 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks maybe. Yeah, 2 weeks. We can talk about the Knott's Christmas Festival. Yes, I bought my ticket. I'm going Friday. No, I'm going Friday night, yes. Evan, don't get me started on upcoming Disney movies, man. Because the only thing that's coming is Disney Plus. What else is there? Mandalorian 2 coming soon. There's nothing else. There's a whole bunch of movies that they're all talking about making. We're going to make this movie. We made that movie, and I can't watch any of them. Everything is going to have to go to streaming. Denise Belaney asks, do you think the price of Disney food, churros, etc., will be higher than pre-COVID? Well, I would ask you this. Does it cost you any more for a pizza today? I'm not being snarky. I mean, just think about it logically. The answer is no. Prices will be what they are. The COVID doesn't dictate things specifically. It's whatever the supply and demand situation suggests it should be. So I don't know. I mean, I paid the same for my pizza. Groceries are higher. Some of them are, I guess, right? On a long enough timeline, yes, I guess. But I don't expect anything major to happen. We'll see. We'll see. Usually when Disney raises prices, it's in the dimes range. Does that really meet is higher? I think I missed some super chats. I gotta go back. Mia Sophia, gift $5. Anyone else decorating for Christmas obscenely early like me? Right after Halloween, our stuff is coming down, and then we'll start working on Christmas stuff. But you gotta leave your Halloween stuff up, don't you, Mia? You have to at least do that. Emily Ann, gift $5. Where would you go and just sit and people watch right now in Disneyland if you could? My favorite place to sit and people watch is Main Street. But you can't really sit anywhere. I would say New Orleans Square is a pretty good spot if you can get a seat somewhere. But you can't. There's really nowhere to sit. I don't know. Yeah, Main Street though. I guess. You know what I like is the top of the Main Street train station. That might be my favorite spot. Nathan M6911, get the $10. Thank you very much, Nathan. He says, David is David. He is the new party of David. I'm joining. Random question. Have we heard anything about Magic Mountain? There is no way they could do Taste of... Well, okay, so that's an interesting question because, you know, Magic Mountain stands alone in the theme park world. It's not even a theme park. It's an amusement park. But it stands alone because you're not going there for anything other than to ride roller coasters, right? So you can go to Knott's because you like Calico Ghost Town. You can go to Disneyland because, obviously, Disneyland. You don't go to Magic Mountain and then not ride rides. You don't go to Magic Mountain to take in the scenery. Unless that scenery is watching other people ride rides. So, no, I don't think Magic Mountain is going to do anything like that. I don't think. Would you go? What would you go just for the Magic Mountain food? And then walk around Magic Mountain? Is that a thing? Raise your hand if you would go to Magic Mountain and just walk around and not ride a ride. What would you observe? I mean, there are some decent views. At a certain point when you're on the mountain just right, you can see other parts of the mountain. Go for somebody's laughing at going for the food at Magic Mountain. I haven't seen a single yes. I haven't seen. There's a yes. Are you just saying that, Lori Jean? I think you're just saying that. Magic Mountain does have food, Laramie, but it's not necessarily the thing that they're known for. Yeah, go to the Red Lobster outside of Magic Mountain, maybe. Nathan M6911, get the $5. He says, no, I wouldn't. I'm not a fan. I just feel bad that they don't seem to have an alternative source of income. Well, that's the bed you make, right? So that's why Disneyland rocks, okay? That's why Disneyland is the #1 thing, because they didn't build it just for the rides. They give you all kinds of reasons to come. They give you all kinds of reasons to go to Disneyland. And it's not always just the rides or the shows or the music, or, you know, there's food, there's aesthetic, there's environment, there's cast members, there's, you know, all kinds of things. So, you know, that's just how it is. And that's why Disneyland ranks higher than Magic Mountain. They could do that. Magic Mountain could do that, but they choose not to. They choose not to. So that's their own bed. Graham Irwin. I've been to 27 countries, so many world adventures. Disneyland is one of the best places to visit on Earth. And that's why I'll stand them through thick and thin. Right now, it's popular. Nathan M6911, get the $10. Come on, $100 Taste of Valencia. No, thank you. Taste of Valencia. You can get a Taste of Valencia easy. Just go to your local Red Robin. What was I just saying? Oh, right now it's really easy. Disneyland is an easy target. They're a soft target right now. It's very popular to hate Disneyland right now, or to hate the Disney company. You know, and for good reason. I get it. But I don't know. I mean, they still put out a really good product, and that's, you know, there are a lot. You know, I watch sporting events. I don't agree with the politics or whatever, or some of the actions that a lot of the players have or do or whatever. But I still watch the games, and I'm still going to enjoy Disneyland. TJ Lace, David, I live in Valencia, and I can't tell you how true that is. Right? Valencia doesn't have a whole lot of. I mean, I've only been a few times. I drive through it a lot. on my way up north or to the Central Coast. I mean, to Central California. So I could it's just my eyeball test and from what I hear from others, but there's not a lot. Okay. Deanna Farina says, when I was 15, I went to Disney World for the first time and was disappointed. It doesn't have the same charm that Disneyland has. Disneyland is pure magic. I've been to Walt Disney World once. And this is at a time when my taste for Disney was much different than it is today. Today, I have a very specific palate. I have a very refined palate for Disneyland and for Disney in general. But back then, it was, this was 30 years ago when I went. I had just kind of a casual, appreciation and love for Disneyland. We had annual passes, and me and the wife, the first wife, would go from time to time. And we liked it. It was great. We went to Disney World for our first honeymoon. For my first marriage. And I felt the same way. Without having fully understood what it was I was feeling, I just remember thinking, this is not my Dinah. When we went to Magic Kingdom, I really enjoyed Epcot. I remember not liking, it was the MGM studios back then. I remember not liking that at all. And there was no Animal Kingdom at the time, right? Animal Kingdom came late, didn't it? How long has Animal Kingdom been around? I don't remember there being Animal Kingdom when I went. It's a long way of saying I get what you're saying. That AK was 99. Okay, yeah. I got my first honeymoon was in 1990. So I can appreciate that. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. Okay, we got a $5 gift from Stefan Reinen, who says, the overall response to Disneyland haters can be found in your How I Solo DCA video at 11:43. Okay, that's really specific. What are we talking about here? I don't even remember what I said or did at that point in that video. Laramie on the loose. Valencia tastes like dirt and shame. Well, I'm glad I didn't say that because I don't want anybody from Valencia getting mad at me. That's for sure. Daniel Subotnik. Disneyland is a magical, mysterious, and sensual experience. My goodness. Okay, where was I? Oh, Stefan Reiner says, you run the DCA carousel and did a fart noise at the haters. Like a raspberry, right? Deontay Brown gifted $5. I vote for a field trip, and you can give a shout out to Miss Shea Brown and tell her I love her. I think I just did. Nathan M6911 gets the $10. Disneyland is the best. Been to Florida 20 or 30 times. Disneyland has the most magic, followed by Epcot and Animal Kingdom. No magic at Studios, small magic at DCA and Walt Disney World. That seems to be, I think that's like the conventional position of a lot of folks, that there's a unique and special kind of love that people have for Epcot, which I totally get, because it's a unique experience separate from anything else that you could do anywhere in any other Disney property. Magic Kingdom kind of suffers by comparison to Disneyland. Hollywood Studios, aka MGM, just doesn't have the same. There's just something. It has a DCA-like quality that is just missing something. I don't know what it is, but it's missing something. DCA and Hollywood Studios are. And Animal Kingdom is lovely. Everything that I've seen from Animal Kingdom is lovely. So it's not that too has its own sort of charm, but it doesn't hit like Epcot does or Disneyland does, which makes me sad for Epcot's current position or condition, because it's so tore up right now. It's so tore up that it's not even. I mean, can you even spend a whole day at Epcot? I don't even know if you can. Laramie on the loose. Valencia. My God, you really hate Valencia. You know what I see Valencia as? Valencia is that first sign of life when you're coming from the Central California, Bakersfield or Fresno or something like that, or even further up north. That's when you know you're back home. At least I'll give it that. When you cross over the mountain pass and you see the city lights of Valencia below you, you're like, okay, we're back. We're back in our back at home. Even though it's not your home, it's close enough. Stephen Reinen gifted us $5. DCA wasn't built on a champagne budget like Disneyland. Well, the thing about DCA, which is an interesting thing, and when you cross the Grapevine, you know what, this might even be a video someday, but the thing that I've always observed about DCA is that it's a literal middle finger to Walt's original plan for Disneyland. Disneyland was going to be different, he said. Disneyland was going to be cleaner. It wasn't going to be run like amusement parks. It wasn't going to be run with a bunch of carnival barkers yelling at you, trashy, place with, stupid food and, carnival rides all over the place. He wanted it to be the opposite of all that. He wanted it to be different and better. And so the first thing that Disney did when they said we're going to build a new theme park right next door to Disneyland is build something that was the actual thing that Walt detested. A boardwalk style amusement park with off the rack rides, that it was everything that he didn't want. And that's always bothered me. And that's why you don't get that same feeling when you're at DCA as you do at Disneyland. Ernie Demos gifted $5. Thank you very much, Ernie. Ducatista gifted $5. Was just at Walt Disney World in August. Magic Kingdom didn't have the same charm as Disneyland. Hollywood Studios was ugly, but Animal Kingdom was beautiful. Again, I don't know if I'd use the word ugly or not. Some people love Hollywood Studios. But it lacks whatever that undefinable thing is that Disneyland has. Laura M, do you start at 3 now? Lately, it seems like it, yeah. 4 is too late, I think, for me. Okay, just scrolling through. By the way, guys, no, I'm going to save that for later. We're almost there anyway. Disneyland has the charm and magic. This is from Yvonne Lorania Solano Became. Disneyland has the charm and magic. DCA has the adventure and fun. Disneyland has a whole land called Adventureland. There's plenty of adventure and fun at Disneyland. It's not just charm and magic. I think you're right. I think I would love Tokyo Disney Sea. Disney 24/7, it's weird because I know a lot of people who prefer DCA. Well, sir, there's a lot of people who actually prefer Magic Mountain. So this isn't a question of it being all or nothing, and that's where, anytime we have debates or discussions, too often people fall victim to the idea that it has to be all or nothing, that you have to pick one. There's still plenty to love about DCA. I'm just saying it's not the same kind of park that Disneyland is. It's missing whatever it is that Disneyland has. Same thing for Hollywood Studios. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm not saying you should trash it and demo it. I'm just saying it misses some things that Disneyland doesn't. It's not a 0 or 100 game. There are lots of gray areas, lots of room for debate, lots of room for acceptance and things like that. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. $5 gift from Ernie Demos. Hello, is Ian still a part of Fresh Baked? Okay, so people keep asking me this. The park's not open. Disneyland's not open, so we can't go to Disneyland and spend a day together. We can't. Now, he lives a solid 2 hours away. Having said that, he's choosing not to leave the house right now. He's still in lockdown. He's still in quarantine, as it were. That's his choice. Ian's still great. He's good. He's fine. But to say he is or is not part of Fresh Baked is not a question that is fair to ask. Fresh Baked isn't part of Fresh Baked right now because the parks aren't open. So there's nothing we can do about it. I can't have Ian on the show because there's no show to have. I can't have him roll up and sit next to me while I do a news video. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I keep getting asked that, and it's frustrating, I guess. Adam Reed, when you went to Disneyland Paris, where did it stack up for you in regards to the parks? 2, like number 2, behind Disneyland, and in some ways better than Disneyland. Put a cut out of Ian Ron next to it. I mean, I would, I guess. I don't know. No, 24. No, Disney Paris, Disney 24/7. I thought you were saying 2 out of 10 for a second. No. It's a 10 out of 10. Disneyland Paris is a beautiful, amazing, fantastic park. That other park, what's the other park called? Hollywood Studios? Is it a Hollywood Studios also? Is awful. But Disneyland Paris proper is magnificent. It's magnificent. I don't know how else to put it. It's great. What did you like better about Paris and what is better about Disneyland? Well, the castle. Really enjoyed that castle. It has a quality to it that I've never experienced before, not even at Disney World. There's above and below. The whole pirate thing. The whole pirate, in I guess Adventureland. That pirate ship and the Swiss Family Treehouse, that whole land is exceptional. It was moving. Big Thunder was moving. It was exceptional. It was amazing. Even I love the Molly Brown ride. I didn't get to see Phantom Manor, so I have no idea how that compares. They have a Fort Wilderness. Fantastic. It was great. I loved it. Did I mention the dragon? They have a dragon. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. It's still, nothing will top Disneyland I wouldn't even be able to say specifically reasons why. Disneyland just is the benchmark. It cannot be beat. Unless I go to Tokyo Disney Sea, I might change that, but I've never been. Nostalgia, yeah, maybe. Because, Paris has a main street, just like all the other parks do, but it doesn't feel the same. I did not enjoy the Paris main street. I'll say that. I didn't enjoy their hub either, for that matter. I mean, I think I might have in the moment, but upon reflection, I much prefer the Disneyland hub and the Disneyland main street. They just didn't have the same feeling because it's, I don't know, it's Americana, I guess? I don't know. Oh, it's time. I didn't realize that. It's 4 o'clock, or almost 4 o'clock. Okay, so on your way out, guys, I want to do. I'm working on an FAQ for Buena Vista Street, possibly. I mentioned this in the other video. I want you guys to give me a question. Things that you want to know about Buena Vista Street, the reopening. Questions about, possibly expanding it, expanding into Disneyland, that kind of thing. If it, if it's going to cost anything, or should it cost anything? If there's any open questions that you have about reopening Buena Vista Street, leave us a comment. Don't ask it here. Don't say it here. Say it in the comments so that I can go back and read it. And until then, thanks again, guys, for watching, for spending an hour with us. I appreciate it. I love you guys very much. Hopefully I know I got a little snarky on a couple answers. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just, it's a weird time. It's a weird week this week. But I love you guys, all of you, very much. And thank you for your generosity once again. We should be very close to our goal for, it's been a good 2 weeks. Our goal for raising $5,000 for the cast members, to Stephen Patrick. Give those $50 for the cast members. Thank you for all your smiles and the magic you have created for us over the years. Thank you, Stephen. We're really close. By tomorrow, I think it's going to be over tomorrow. By then, we'll hopefully get there. And so thank you for that. There's I wish we could do more. I do. I wish we could do more. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess, for our regular Thursday night live stream, hopefully at 7 again like we did last week. And we love you guys. We'll see you next time. Respect.